Oh, dude, there's actually no Wizards news to break. I'm just bored and bull.
This is the first mock I've seen from our experts where Trey Johnson goes here and not Ace Bailey. What's the reasoning?
Simply put, I think Trey Johnson's the third best prospect in this draft. And Ace Bailey is a fascinating prospect with lots of upside. That's who many people have going third in this draft. But when this is all over with, I think Trey Johnson is going to be a top 3 player from this draft. And that means if I'm picking third, I'm taking him.
Is that newsworthy? Are we going to roll with that? We're going to roll with that. So my favorite mock draft just dropped, right? You know, CBS mock draft. And they have Trey Johnson going number 3. And in doing so, they have Ace Bailey falling to 5, as some raging Bolivian predicted a couple weeks ago. And it has me thinking, is this a trend moving forward going into the NBA draft? You know, will a top-tier prospect actually fall to us at 6, dude? Will this Bolivian ever get his temper under control? I don't know, dude. The fuck? The draft is in 2 weeks. Like, literally, it's in 2 weeks, dude. What the fuck? I gotta get a haircut. I gotta get a freaking haircut. The fuck? I gotta look nice on draft day for Adam. Not for Adam Silver. The fuck. But you know, welcome to the Dirty Bucket. If you enjoyed this video, please give the video a thumbs up. Apparently, that helps the video perform well in the algorithm. And if you're feeling nice and comfortable here, subscribe. I truly appreciate it. So the draft is in 2 weeks, dude. It's in 2 weeks. I bought the streaming PC, you know, but it's a whole ordeal right now. You have to buy the PC, you have to buy the freaking camera, then you got to freaking, you know, I got to take a federal loan to do this thing. But I'll be up and running streaming hopefully by next week before the draft. But yeah, well, going on to this video, right? Last video I was talking about possible trade up scenarios, and I'm kind of like over with possibly trading up to number 3 with the Sixers, honestly, because I'm just like, the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, dude, Daryl Morey's a scumbag. You know, you don't want to do business with Daryl Morey. He didn't want to take advantage of us. And I'm just thinking to myself, also, is there a player worth trading up that much to go to number 3? Y'all know, like, y'all pretty much know, Ace Bailey's my guy. I like Ace Bailey. But I also know that he's a huge risk. And I'm not willing to give up many assets just to get him. But if he falls to 5, then you got me thinking. Then you got me over here pondering about ways that we could possibly get him. If Ace Bailey falls to 5, my prediction is that Will Dawkins will at least call Utah. He'll call him. He'll call Danny Ainge. He'll be like, hey, big head, how much will it take to get number 5? Like, here's the thing. Will Dawkins did it from 8 to 7, going up to get Bilal Coulibaly. He gave up 2 second-round picks. That's from 8 to 7. Then we all know Will Dawkins' history. You know, I've said it many times. You know, I don't really care. You know, Keyshawn George even traded up for a Bub Carrington when the Denny Avdia trade. You know, if Will Dawkins likes you, he's gonna get you. From 6 to 5, what will it take? And that's one thing I keep thinking to myself. Even if it's not Ace Bailey, you know, y'all know I like Ace Bailey, but like, you know, I know he's a huge risk. But if there's a guy that you want, if there's perhaps maybe Trey Johnson, you know, maybe secure Jeremiah Fayers, VJ Edgecombe, whatever. What will it take to go from 6 to 5? That's one thing that I was thinking about all day, honestly. I was just like, if Utah's willing to move back one spot and then also securing their guy who they would have taken at number 5, because Utah likes to get freaky. Utah likes to get freaky. I would not be surprised if they like Yegor Demon or, you know, but, you know, if I'm the Jazz, I'm just like, why don't I move back one spot, get some future draft capital, and then also get my guy who is going to take at number 5. You know, so I feel like it's a win-win for both parties. But the main question is, what is the compensation? I feel like we have pick number 40. Okay, throw it in there. If it takes 2 second-round picks, apparently, to go from 8 to 7, from 6 to 5, I think it will start with 2 second-round picks and then plus a little bit more, maybe 3 second-round picks. I don't know. You know, am I willing to give up a future first-round pick just to move up one spot? Nah, not really. That's the money question. You know, what the fuck? What does Utah want from the DMV, dude? The fuck? Get pick 40, add in Ben's Chili Bowl. Actually, no. That's an untouchable asset. Add in, like, what the fuck? Add in the museum. Add in the Spy Museum. Pick number 40. You're cooking. But they don't have museums in freaking Utah. They have freaking mountains and coyotes. But, like, you know, like, I'm just like, that's the question I have for you guys. Realistically, I'm thinking pick number 40. and a couple future second round picks could entice them. Because at the same time, if you're Utah, you don't want to move too far back and then you lose out on your guy. So that's what I'm thinking. But granted, you never know. Maybe the Nets, and they entice a better offer. So we're gonna have to cough it up. So but yeah, man, that's I mean, and I want to end that scenario with this, like, Ace Bailey, like I said, he's a risk. He's a huge risk. And I kind of feel like if Will Dawkins rolls the dice on him, especially if he trades up for him, I feel like Will Dawkins would kind of be rolling the dice on his rebuilding phase on Ace Bailey. If he possibly turns into like a possible all-star, you got Alex R. That we're cooking. But if he does not, and he ends up being, a bust, like, then we kind of regressed and we missed on the pick, and we're back in we're back in the same scenario next year. So it's a huge risk, dude. It's a huge risk. But at the same time, like, I kind of feel like Will Dawkins wants to take the risk. He covets these type of players. Like, and I'm just thinking realistically, he covets these long, lanky, freakishly long wingspan players, athletic. You're not gonna dangle that in front of him, and he's gonna sit there and be like, no, he's gonna jump across the table, dude. The fuck? That's like dangling a frozen chicken burrito in front of me. Damn well, furniture will be moving. I'm just saying, I think the whole trading up for anybody at number 3 is kind of out, honestly. And that definitely includes Ace Bailey. I would definitely not trade up for Ace Bailey now at number 3. But if somebody falls to 5, I definitely feel like you have to call Utah and be like, hey, big head, what do you want? Secure your guy, which is Will Dawkins has done time and time again for the past 2 years. But yeah, man, I want to show this report as well. I'm going to put it right here. Report saying basically that we, as in the Wizards, as in Will Dawkins, are very confident that a top-tier prospect will fall to us at number 6. Now, obviously, a lot of mock drafts has been, mocking us to Jeremiah Fears. And it got me thinking, like, because they put Kamal Malawash here as well. Could the Jeremiah Fears, us being heavily linked to him, could it be smoked by us to entice Brooklyn to trade up with us? Because everybody knows the secret's done with. Brooklyn really covets Jeremiah Fears. So if Jeremiah Fears is there at 6, like, that's the money spot, I feel like. The money spot is 5 and 6 for Jeremiah Fears for Brooklyn. And they have a lot of assets. So what I'm thinking is, like, because you hear all these picks, right? 19, 26, 27. If I'm the Wizards, if we stand pat at 6, we missed out on trading out number 5. Utah was like, we already got a spy museum. You know what I mean? And then they just stay at 5 and they pick their guy. They don't want to miss out. They think that maybe we'll take him. And we're at 6. To be honest with you, I am seriously considering trading back to number 8. And in doing so, I'm looking at Brooklyn's pick number 19. Now, people might be thinking, dude, that's too much. What, the pick number 19 just to move up 2 spots? Yeah, it is. It is. And honestly, if I'm the Nets, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't give up pick number 19. But if you really covet Jeremiah Fears that much, you have to sometimes cough up more than you should. That's the name of the game. If you want something that bad, you need to give up 110% effort. And, granted, we will be getting more value than we should be, but at the same time, if they truly believe that Jeremiah Fears is a star point guard in this league, they'll cough up number 19, I believe. I'm not willing to move back to number 8 if they're including 26 or pick 27, honestly. If they're willing to include number 19, I'm doing that in a heartbeat, dude. So like now it's kind of like, in my head, I'm just like, okay, either you trade up 1 spot, secure your guy, or you trade back with the Nets. You get that pick 19, and you get a guy who you most likely would have taken at number 6. You can easily get a guy like Derek Queen, Yegor Demon, maybe even Kamal Malawash if he's still there at 8. Because Pelicans going number 7, they might go Concanoople. So you're still going to get the same type of guy at pick number 8 than you are at pick number 7, just getting an asset. And then with the pick number 19, you get 18 and 19, package those 2 deals up, trade up again into the lottery. That's what I would do. We already have a young team. Why do we need 3 more first-round picks? I don't know, man. That's the way I'm seeing it. I'm just like, no. Either trade up 1 spot or trade back with the freaking Nets. That's what I'm thinking, dude. That's what I'm leaning on right now. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, man, not much to talk about. Just look, draft is 2 weeks away. We gotta buckle up. Buckle up, get a haircut, and I'll see you in the stream. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'd truly appreciate it. Till the next video. Peace, y'all. In the past 8 years, apparently, you know, a former Wizards player has won the NBA championship. You know, and it's just like, and an article recently came out on Yahoo Sports detailing the names of the players. And I'm just like, dude, that's like your ex breaking up with you, and then she goes and marries John Wall. She's like freaking upgraded big time. The fuck? You know, you can already envision John Wall running fast break every night. He's yelling and one. He's yelling it and one at night.